Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we have a very good information and knowledge which we are going to share about the teaching learning process in the classroom practically. And that is remains a very important question, that what should be the teaching approach or methodology in the classroom for the best and effective learning process. Uh, for the training point of view, for the experience point of view, for the teacher especially, when you are in the classroom, especially as an instructor, as a teacher in the classroom and taking the class at a different level, either it is a primary, secondary, college or university level, one must keep in mind what type of approach or methodology, overall methodology, holistic methodology he or she is being applying at the same time. There are three, according to me, my experience, there are three approaches or methods which should be kept in mind to analyze it, as well as to decide about that what sort of methodology or approach is effective for my teaching, my learning process in the classroom especially. First is which is very much known as a teacher-centered approach. And in the teacher-centered approach, which is very much traditional, जो कि आजकल क्लासेस में ज़्यादा डोमिनेंट है, ऑलमोस्ट तमाम टीचर्स जो हैं वो दे आर डोमिनेंट इन द क्लास, दे आर एक्टिव while the class the students are passive, they are quiet, they are not given the chances to share their ideas, opinions, or even they can put any question. It means it is a one-way traffic of the learning in the classroom which is going on. जब एक तरफ से ही नॉलेज इंफॉर्मेशन का फ्लो चलता रहेगा और सेकंड जिसके लिए वो फ्लो चल रहा है, फॉर द लर्नर, फॉर द स्टूडेंट, फॉर द क्लास, they are not conforming with their responses, it means it is not effective learning process. We are not gaining something basically at that time. So it has a big fault. So in our teaching learning process right now, जो classrooms के अंदर है, they need immediate change. And we as instructor teacher must be very much flexible and accommodating for our learners, for our students. Second one is that the student-centered approach believes in that the students must be the major part, the major role player in the class. They must participate, they must discuss, they must have a group work and discussions, and they must be the central part in the learning process, so that teacher becomes passive over here and the student become the whole commander, or they command the class, they command the activities, they command the discussions, all that. So in this approach, teacher is not allowed to lead the learning process. In this process, once again, there is a disadvantage over there, that the students are not much disciplined, not seen by discipline. कि ज़्यादा क्लास शोर शराबा, नाइजी, we found that not directional, उसको उस टॉपिक की, उस लर्निंग प्रोसेस की डायरेक्शन नहीं रहती. एक ऑर्गेनाइज्ड मैकेनिज्म ऑफ लर्निंग प्रोसेस इस सूरत में नहीं होता. जब टीचर बिल्कुल एक तरफ हो जाए और ओवरऑल लर्निंग प्रोसेस को हैंड ओवर कर दे क्लास के ऊपर, तो अगेन देयर इज़ ए lack of direction from mentor or instructor or the teacher at that time. So अगर हम इन दोनों टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेसेस को, अप्रोचेस को सामने रखें, टीचर सेंटर्ड जो प्योरी ट्रेडिशनल है और जो पैसिव कर देता है क्लास को और लर्निंग प्रोसेस को, और वाइल स्टूडेंट सेंटर जिसमें स्टूडेंट बहुत वार्म अप हैं, लेकिन दे आर नॉट अनफ वाइज, इतने ट्रेंड नहीं है, स्टूडेंट्स ने ट्रेंड नहीं होते कि अपने लर्निंग प्रोसेस को खुद से एक किसी एंड तक, ऑब्जेक्टिव तक पहुंचा सकें, जिसे हम स्टूडेंट लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स कहते हैं. दे नीड सम डायरेक्शन एंड दे नीड सम organizer. I think what I believe as a practical teaching process, that integration of both are very important. Student centered as well as teacher centered जो एक स्लाइस है या शेयर दोनों का आपकी इंस्ट्रक्शन में, आपकी टीचिंग में, आपकी लर्न में रिफ्लेक्ट होना चाहिए. There must be part for the teacher to brief the concept about the topic in the classroom with some different example, references, diagram, images, whatever he or she has the activity, and then a complete share of the students as well. They must respond, they must demonstrate, they must present, they must show some diagrams, discuss, put questions relating to that, and student and teacher must happily direct them, satisfy them, justify their point of opinion, own their discussion. Teacher should own their discussion points, discussion, all that. So it means here teacher needs some sort of training, capacity building, and awareness that I should keep both aspects in my discussion, in my teaching learning process. In this way, in this way, teachers really exposes the main crux, main theme of the topic through his and her activities, and students have the liberty, basically flexibility, to share their ideas, their opinions, and they can, teacher can ask question, can say some group of the students or any student to present or to say something about this topic. So it means that both approaches, integrated form of student-centered and teacher-centered, are more applicable, more result-oriented, and once teaching in the classroom, instruction in the classroom will be more effective if it will be adopted both at the same time. I think you got the idea very much clear about that. That what is the possible, what should be the possible strategy and approach may be adopted in the practical instructional process. Thank you very much.